Why, hello there, kids. Today, I'm going to be recording a video and procrastinating my English homework because I do not want to read a 64-page introduction of the Iliad. So, in order to accomplish this goal that will no doubt screw over my English grade greatly, I'm just going to be talking about the episodes of Fatalis. I haven't written them all. This was originally going to be a scripted video, but then I decided I am in a very unhinged mood this evening, so screw that. So I'm just going to be reading the titles and then the vague descriptions. And I might give some details if I feel like giving you guys some spoilers because, maybe I'll be merciful, maybe I won't. So the episode titles that I have written are Episode 1, Winding Streets of Delphine City, How Done It, Another Problem, Tailed, He's Sugar, Spice, and Everything Nice, A Way In, Passive Aggressive, Protection, Eyewitness, Weakness, Heartbeats, Evergreen Eyes, Nocturnes, Truth Serum, Wrath, Oh No, Folie à Deux, I'd Turn This City Upside Down, Sweet Little Birdie, Stepping Stones, Masquerade, Everything All at Once, Escape, and The End. Now keep in mind those aren't the full chapter titles, obviously. There are going to be more. This is a 31 episode series. My throat feels disgusting. Also, my mother is clapping really loudly, so just ignore. Can you do that anywhere else, Ma? Anyway. So yeah, those are all the titles. Now, Episode 1, basically after the head of the detective agency is brutally murdered, new detective partners Jive and Raven must protect each other from the aftermath of the murder. In Episode 2, Viv becomes suspicious of them and tries to keep that hidden from Olsen, who she hates passionately, and Jive and Raven focus on covering the murder up. In Episode 3, Olsen and Vivica head to the police station to investigate Dolian's murder, Dolian being the guy who was the director of the agency and brutally murdered, and they run into the sweetheart policeman Officer Harkin Nash. In Episode 4, Jive and Raven get assigned to a different case, and Viv gets Olsen to follow Raven in the hope she'll prove to be guilty. In Episode 5, Thatcher is called to interview and investigate the detective agency, and Harkin tags along. And Olsen also learns that Harkin, who he may or may not be head over heels in love with, works the night shift at the agency. I don't have Episodes 6, 10, or 11 written, but Episode 7 has Viv and Olsen being invited to a dinner, much to their dismay, while Jive and Raven take advantage of the opportunity. In Episode 8, Jive and Raven are assigned to a murder case that has a bit more under the surface than your everyday homicide. And in Episode 9, after a messy day of trying to follow Raven and Jive, Viv and Olsen finally throw hands, and Harkin notices. Ugh, my throat feels gross. Okay, in Episode 12, after finding a dizzy Raven in an alley, Viv learns she has anemia and she starts figuring out how to use it against her. And in Episode 13, Raven's anemia starts getting worse and sends her into a panic as she tries to hide it from Jive. Meanwhile, Harkin and Olsen spend a day together. In Episode 14, Olsen has trouble coming to terms with his crush on Harkin, and Viv becomes suspicious of how they act around each other. In Episode 15, after working a case about a lovesick murderer, Vivica connects the dots. In Episode 16, Vivica confronts and blackmails Harkin and emasculates him very greatly by using his feelings for Olsen against him. And in Episode 17, for the first time in Harkin's life, he feels upset and Thatcher gets worried. In Episode 18, after thinking she's dealt with Harkin, Vivica gets back on track while Raven is hospitalized and Jive panics. And in Episode 19, Harkin feels like he's going insane and calls Olsen in a panic, and Vivica starts planning how to kill two birds with one stone. The next 4 episodes are not written, but Episode 24 has Jive basically unraveling Vivica's plans and swearing to herself that she will protect Raven no matter what. In Episode 27, Jive, Raven, Olsen, Vivica, and Harkin all decide on what they're going to do about each other, and in Episode 28, everything culminates into one final disaster on the night of the Rosetta Ball. And the next 3 episodes are basically chaos running rampant through the streets, where Jive and Raven must make the decision to either leave or protect each other in the face of an all-hell breaks loose Vivica. And Episode 31, the final episode of this godforsaken series that I just need to finish already, gosh darn it. 6 months after the night of the Rosetta Ball, i.e. the Masquerade episode, Olsen shows up to Harkin's award ceremony, and Jive and Raven live on the run God, I should have taken more breaths when I said this. Big spoilers. People almost die. There are hospitalizations. Harkin and Olsen are maybe a little bit sorta kinda theoretically, hypothetically gay. Have a good freaking day. Goodbye, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm feeling kinda nice today. I'm feeling a little bit generous. I'll give you guys some spoilers because I'm so merciful like that. Here's a little part of a practice script for the Masquerade episode, which I'm sure everybody's gonna freak out over. Here's another practice script from the episode in which Viv basically blackmails Harkin. Here's some stuff from an episode I'm not gonna tell you about. Here's some stuff from episode 3. Here's some stuff from episode 13. Here is some more stuff from episode 13. Oh yeah, did I mention the car accident at the end?